Dear students, welcome to the session of coordinate geometry. So our topic is straight lines. In this session, we will learn some problems which are given in the previous examinations. That means JEE mains and AEEE questions. Okay, so see the first problem. See this problem. So a triangle has vertex 1, 2. Suppose this is the vertex 1, 2. And the midpoint of the two sides through it are minus 1, 1 and 2, 3. Suppose this is minus 1, 1 and 2, 3. Now the centroid of this triangle is dash. Now I have to find out the centroid of the triangle ABC. Generally, if you know the vertices of the triangle, you have a formula to find the centroid. This is very easy problem. Okay, and at the same time we know that the centroid of the triangle is equal to centroid of the triangle formed by the midpoints of the sides. So suppose this is the midpoint of the side BC. Let us take this is equal to D, E, F. So centroid of ABC, we know that centroid of triangle ABC is equal to centroid of the triangle formed by the midpoints of the sides. Centroid of DEF. If you know the coordinates of D, we can find out the centroid of the triangle. So how can you find the coordinates of D? So if you join this, clearly this is a parallelogram. All of you know this is a parallelogram because this is parallel to this side and the length also half of this length. This is also same. That means these two lengths are equal, and parallel opposites. So clearly this is a parallelogram. This is the fourth vertex of parallelogram. Here we know the coordinates of these 3 points. So you can find out the coordinates of the fourth vertex of the parallelogram. So from this, the coordinates of D equal to sum of these two sides minus sum of these 2 points minus this one, because in parallelogram diagonals are bisect each other. Midpoints of AD is equal to midpoint of here. So with the help of this we can write the formula for the fourth vertex of the parallelogram. D is equal to E plus F minus A. Now come to the point. So here the x coordinate of this is nothing but sum of these 2 minus this one. That means minus 1 plus 2 minus 1, and the y coordinate of this is nothing but sum of these 2, 1 plus 3 minus 2. Now here minus 1 minus 2 plus 2 0 and 4 minus 2 2. These are the coordinates of D. Here the coordinates of D 0, 2. Centroid of ABC is nothing but centroid of DEF. So centroid of ABC is nothing but centroid of DEF. Centroid of DEF is equal to, so x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Therefore, minus 1 plus 0 plus 2 by 3, comma 1 plus 2 plus 3 by 3. That is equal to minus 1 plus 2, 1 by 3, comma 6 by 3, that is equal to 2. These are the coordinates of the centroid of the triangle DEF. It is equal to centroid of ABC. The centroid of the triangle formed by the midpoints of the sides is equal to centroid of the given triangle. Okay, right. See this problem. A point P moves on the line 2x minus 3y plus 4 equal to 0. If Q 1, 4 and R 3, minus 2 are the 2 fixed points, and the locus of the centroid of the triangle PQR is dash. So let us assume, let Q, this is the point Q, 1, 4, and let it be R, this is equal to 3, minus 2. These are the 2 fixed points. Here, the third point P, let us take this is the position of the point P. This is moves on a line. Suppose this is the line. Here the equation of this line is 2x minus 3y plus 4 equal 0. This third point moves on this line. We have to find out the centroid of this triangle. Let us take the centroid be some a x1 y1. Now we have to find out the locus of the centroid. Let us consider the coordinates of PB some x comma y. Okay, assume the point P. With the help of these 3 points, you can find out the centroid. So for that purpose, just to assume x comma y be the coordinates of P. Now centroid of the triangle PQR is equal to centroid of PQR is equal to, so the locus point is centroid is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by, that means x plus 1 plus 3 by 3 comma y plus 4 minus 2 by 3. This is equal to locus point. Let us take the locus point be x1 y1, that is equal to x1 y1. So first of all, assume the locus point be p ax1 y1. So now the center of the total triangle equal to locus point. So now from this, equate the x coordinates and y coordinates separately. From this we can write x plus 4 is equal to 3x1 and x is equal to 3x1 minus 4. This is the x coordinate of P, and equate y coordinates. Y plus 4 minus 2, y plus 2 by 3 is equal to y1. From this, y is equal to 3y1 minus 2. This is the y coordinate of P. Clearly, we have given that P point moves on the line. That means this equation satisfies these two values. Therefore, let us take this equation be 1. So clearly, so the x comma y, p x comma y lies on equation 1, that is 2x minus 3y plus 4 equal to 0. So now substitute x and y values in this equation, then we will get an equation in terms of x and y. That is the required one. So 2 into 3x1 minus 4 minus 3 into 3y1 minus 2 plus 4 equal to 0. So after that, we will get 6x1 minus 9y1 minus 8 plus 6 plus 4 equal to 0. So from this we can write 6x1 minus 9y1. So minus 8 plus 6 minus 2 plus 4 plus 2 is equal to 0. This is the equation of the locus of the point. Here is just to verify the options. So just what is the slope of the locus of the point? Okay, here this is the locus equation. From this we can find out the slope. Slope is nothing but minus x coefficient by y coefficient. So slope of the equation of the locus, the center of the triangle PQ is lies on the locus point is the center of the triangle. Here the slope of this line, slope of the line equal to slope of 2. Slope of 2 is, what is the slope? Minus 6 by minus 9, that is equal to 2 by 3. That is the first option. See here. Slope of the locus of the centroid of the triangle is 2 by 3. Understand? This is also very, very easy. See this problem? Two verts of a triangle are given and its center is origin. Find the third vertex. Let us assume the first point be 0, 2. Let us take this point be a 0, 2. And the second one is b, that is equal to 4, 3. And we have to find out the fourth vertex. Let us take this is equal to sum a comma b. And the orthocenter of this triangle is 0, 0. So orthocenter means altitudes intersecting point. Suppose these are the two altitudes. This intersect point is nothing but orthocenter, that is 0, 0. We have to find out a and b values. Okay, so it is very simple. Just to find out any two of these three lines, whether it is AC or CD or BC. So intersecting point of any two lines out of these three is nothing but C. So here we have to find out A and B values. Okay, Now see that OC is nothing but C, lies on CD. CD is perpendicular to AB. Clearly from the figure, CD is perpendicular to AB. CD is perpendicular to AB. Slope of CD into slope of AB is equal to -1. Therefore, slope of CD into slope of AB is equal to -1. So now tell me, what is the slope of CD? Slope of CD is equal to, this implies slope of CD B minus 0 by A minus 0, that means B by A, into slope of AB 3 minus 2 by 4 minus 0. 3 minus 2 by 4 minus 0, that is equal to -1. Okay, 3 minus 2, 1B is equal to 4A into -1. That means B is equal to 4A into -1 minus 4A. This is the one relation in terms of AB. If we have another relation in terms of AB, you can find out AB values. So try to find out a relation, another relation between A and B. For that, just take these two, A and BC. A is the one of the altitude, BC is the side perpendicular to altitude. Same apply same condition for these two also. Here A is perpendicular to BC. AE is perpendicular to BC. This implies slope of AE, that means 2 minus 0 by 0 minus 0. Here slope of this line is not defined. This is a vertical line. That means this is the horizontal line. Here slope should be 0. You remember it. So AE is perpendicular to BC. Slope of AE is not defined. So slope of B should be 0. Here slope of AE is equal to, slope of AE is equal to 2 by 0. This implies slope of BC is equal to 0. What is the slope of BC? This implies slope of BC equal to, slope of BC is equal to B minus 3 by A minus 4 is equal to 0. This implies B is equal to 3. So now come to first one. This implies from 1 substitute B equal to 3. 3 equal to minus 4A. This implies A is equal to minus 3 by 4. Now the coordinates of the another point C is equal to A comma B, that is equal to the value of A is minus 3 by 4 and the value of B is 3. These are the coordinates of the third vertex in case of the adjacent is origin. Okay, see this problem. If the straight line 2x plus 3y plus 17, 2x minus 3y plus 17, here the given equation is 2x minus 3y plus 17 equal to 0. Let us take this equal to 1. This is perpendicular to line passing through the 2 points. The given 2 points are 7 comma 17 and 15 comma beta. Here we have to find out beta value. That is the problem. It's very easy. Direct question. This line is perpendicular to this line. Let's see. The straight line, this is perpendicular to the line which is passing through these 2 points. So with the help of these two, you can form a line. This line is perpendicular to this. If so, the equation of 1 represents this line 1, this line, these 2 points form this line. These two are perpendicular lines. So slopes product is minus 1. Therefore, let us take this is equal to A and it is equal to B. Simply given that 1 is perpendicular to AB. Slope of 1 into slope of AB equal to minus 1. Slope of 1 into slope of AB is equal to minus 1. What is the slope of 1? Minus 2 by minus 3 into slope of these lines beta minus 17 by 15 minus 7 is equal to minus 1. Here minus minus get cancelled. 2 by 3 into beta minus 17 by 15 minus 7. That means 8 is equal to minus 1, 2, 4 j. That means beta minus 17 is equal to minus 12. This implies beta is equal to 17 minus 12. Therefore, beta is equal to 5. That's it. Very, very easy. Direct IP problem. That's it. See this problem? A straight line passing through the point minus 3 comma 4 such that its intercept between the coordinate axis is bisected at point P. That means, suppose these are the positions of the coordinate axis. Here P minus 3 comma 4 lies in the second quadrant. Suppose this is the position of the line. Here this line is bisected by the point minus 3 comma 4. This is point P. We have to find out the equation. Here this point bisects the line segment joining these two. That means intercept between the axes. We have to find out the equation of the, let us take this equal to A and B. We have to find out the equation of AB. For this there is a direct formula in objective. What is that? The equation of the line passing through x1, y1, its intercept between the axes bisected by this point x1, y1 is x by x1 plus y by y1 is equal to x by x1 plus y by y1 equal to 2. Equation of the line intersected between the axes is bisected by the point x1, y1 is this one. Here x1, y1 is minus 3 comma 4. Just simply substitute here x1 comma y1 is equal to minus 3 comma 4. Now this equation becomes x by minus 3 plus y by 4 is equal to 2. Here the LCM is 12. Therefore minus 4x plus 3y is equal to 2. This implies minus 4x plus 3y is equal to 24. From this we can write 4x minus 3y plus 24 equal to 0. This is the equation. With the help of this formula, we can solve this type of problems within seconds, within 10 or 15 seconds. So what is the actual procedure? So let us assume the equation of the line be in the intercept form. Then we get a comma 0 and 0 comma b are the points. So by applying the midpoint formula, we can find out a and b. That is one of the another method. Okay, see this problem. A straight line through a fixed point 2 comma 3 intersect the coordinate axis at distinct points P and Q, and it forms a rectangle, complete rectangle with O and R. We have to find out the locus of R. So we know that this is the position of O. Suppose this is the point of intersection of the line with the coordinate axis. We have given that P, Q, otherwise P and Q. So this line is passing through some point. What is the point? 2 comma 3. So OPQR is a complete rectangle. So we have to assume another point R that should be form a rectangle. That means we have to assume, yes, let R be this point. Understand? OPRQ is a complete rectangle. Now we have to find out the locus of R. Let us take this point be x1, y1. Understand? Now tell me, how can you write the locus of this point? Just observe that these are the perpendiculars. This length is nothing but x1. Now the coordinates of Q be x1 comma 0. Now here just observe this is a perpendicular line. This length is nothing but y1. Here the coordinates of this 0 comma y1. Here the length of the x-intercept x1, y-intercept y1. Now the equation of PQ is equation of PQ in intercept form. X by x-intercept plus y by y-intercept. Here the x-intercept is x1, y-intercept is y1. We have to write an equation in terms of x1, y1. Don't disturb these two terms. Given that this is passing through 2, 3, therefore clearly 2, 3 lies on 1. So understand, now substitute 2, 3 in the equation 1. This implies 1 becomes 2 by x1 plus 3 by y1 is equal to 1. This is an equation, this is passing through 2, 3 and having the terms x1, y1 also. Understand? So this represents the required equation. From this we can write 2y1 plus 3x1 is equal to x1, y1. Now the locus equation is 3x plus 2y is equal to xy. Understand? See this problem? This is one of the important problem, but not difficult. Okay. So here the orthocenter and centroid are given. So let us consider this is the triangle. Here the orthocenter A is minus 3, 5. Orthocenter must be lies on altitude. Suppose this is the position of the altitude A. Given that A is equal to, given that orthocenter A is equal to minus 3, 5. Next, centroid of the triangle B. So we know that suppose this is the midpoint, this is the median, and this is the perpendicular bisector. So we know that the orthocenter, centroid, circumcenter. Let us take this is equal to B, centroid, given that B is equal to 3, 3. Now given that C is the circumcenter. Okay, so here observe that C is the circumcenter of this triangle, then the radius of the circumcircle having the line segment AC as diameter. Here AC is the diameter of the circumcircle. If suppose AC is the diameter of circumcircle, what is the radius of the circle? That means AC is the diameter. What is the radius of the circumcircle? AC by 2. If you know the length of AC, we can find out the radius. AC by 2 is the radius. So we have to find out AC. What is the relation between these two? So if clearly given that this is the centroid, this is the orthocenter, circumcenter, the relation between these two is equal to 3G, that means 3B centroid is equal to 2S plus O, that means 2 into circumcenter plus orthocenter. This is the relation between these two vertices, three vertices. Understand? Centroid divide the orthocenter, circumcenter in the ratio 2:1. 2:1. Understand? Here we have to find out the length of AC. We know the coordinates of AB. If you have AB length, we can find out AC length also. So what is the relation between from this? We can write, so B divides AC means AB length is equal to 2/3 of AC. Understand? The total length is AC. So B divides AC in the ratio 2:1. The total length is divided into 3 parts. This part means 2/3 of total length. This part is 2/3 of total length. AB is equal to 2/3 of AC. So we can find out AB. So what is AB? If the coordinates are given, with the help of this formula we can find out the coordinates. Here we can't use this one. So this is enough. Centroid divides orthocenter, circumcenter in the ratio 2:1. With the help of that we can write this one. So now what is the length of AB? AB is equal to square root of x2 minus x1, 3 plus 3 whole square plus 3 minus 5 whole square. So now from this we can write what is the length? 3 plus 3, 6 whole square, 36. 3 minus 5 minus 2 whole square, 4. That is equal to root 40. We can write 4 into 10, that means 2 root 10. This is the length of AB. Okay, with the help of this we can find out AC length. 2 root 10 is equal to 2 by 3 into AC. 2 to get cancelled. The AC length is equal to 3 root 10, but we have to find out circumradius. This is diameter, so required radius is equal to 3 root 10 by 2. Understand? So here we can write this is equal to 3 root 2 into root 10 also. Here we can root 2 into root 5 by root 2. Here also we can write 3 of 5 by 2. Any one of these two. This is nothing but this one. Here we can write 5 into 2. Root 2 by 2 means 1 by root 2. Okay, right. See this problem? Two sides of rhombus are given. Here these are the two sides, x minus y plus 1 and 7x minus y minus 5. The diagonals are intersecting at this point. So this is the position of the diagonals intersect point, minus 1 comma minus 2. We have to find out a one vertex. Just we have to select the options which is represents vertex of the rhombus. So let us take x comma y with the coordinates of C. So here this is the midpoint of A and C. Now how can you find the A? So A is nothing but point of intersection of these two. So what are the given equations? The given equations are, the one is x minus y plus 1 equal to 0, let it be 1, and the another one is 7x minus y minus 5 equal to 0, let it be 2. So solving these two, for solving just find out 2 minus 1. So what is the value of 2 minus 1? 2 minus 1, 7x minus x, 6x. So minus y plus y get cancelled. Minus 5 minus of minus 1, that is minus 6 equal to 0. From this x is equal to 1. So now from the equation 1, substitute x equal to 1. From 1, this implies 1 minus y plus 1 equal to 0. This implies y is equal to 2. Now the coordinates of A 1 comma 2. Here we know the coordinates of A 1 comma 2 and the point P, we have to find out this. P is the midpoint of A and C. Just we know that A plus C by 2 equal to P. P is equal to A plus C by 2. Now from this C is equal to 2P minus A. Okay. Now what about the P? 2P minus A means minus 2 minus 4 minus A means 1 comma 2 equal to minus 3 comma minus 6. These are the coordinates of C, but this is not in the options. So now verify the options. Just verify options in these two equations. Just observe that 1 by 3 comma minus 8 by 3 is there. That is here the third option is C. Observe that here C is 1 by 3 comma minus 8 by 3. Minus is there, just simply minus. So now just observe this point in this equation. 7 by 3 plus 8 by 3, 15 by 3, satisfying this equation. Therefore, 1 by 3 comma minus 1 by 3 is the required point. This is satisfying the equation 7x minus y minus 5 equal to 0. Okay, see this diagram. The diagram is important for this problem. Just first of all read the problem. The number of points having both coordinates as integers, you remember it. That means 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 3, like that. Both are must be integers. Okay, so integers that lie in the interior of the triangle with vertices 0, 0, 4, 1, 0 and 0, 4, 1. 4, 1, 0, 0, 0 and 0, 4, 1. We have to find out the points, which points have integers or the coordinates. So here observe that, so from come to this point, this is the first point lies in the triangle which is having integers. What is the coordinate of the point? 1 comma 1. Now come to, this is the first point, 1 comma 1. So observe that 1 comma 1 simply. This lines on this line. This is line passing through 2 comma 2. You remember it. A line passing through 2 comma 0 and 0 comma 2 have only one point. Okay, which have integers coordinates. Now draw a line from 3 to 3. what will happen? There exist two intersecting points. If you draw a line 3 to 3, you will get 2. Again 4 to 4. 4 to 4, you will get, just if you draw a line 4 to 4. Here in case of this, we will get 3 intersecting points. So if you draw a line 2 to 2, 1, 3 to 3, 2, 4 to 4, 3, 5 to 5, 4, 40 to 40, 39. So we will get 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 39. So this is not the inline. Any point lies on this is lies on the triangle, not in interior point. Interior point means, say, a line which is passing through 40, 0 to 0, 40. Okay, the points on the line joining 40, 0 to 0, 40 are lies in the interior of the triangle. So that line contains only 39 points. We started from 1 point. When we draw a line from 2 to 2, 1 point, 3 to 3, 2 points, 4 to 4, 3 points, 40 to 40, 39 points. So now the sum of these values, that means the required number of points, required number is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to 39. Line which is passing through 2, 0 to 0, 2 contain only 1 point with required condition. If you draw a line from these 2 points, only 2 points, only 3 points, like that, 40 to 40, 40, 0 to 0, 40, only we have 39 points. These are the number of points which are having integers, the coordinates. So sum of 39 done, that means n into n plus 1 by 2, that means 39 into 40 by 2, that is equal to 39 into 20, 2 into 39. Understand? 78, 780, that is equal to 0, 780. This is the required number. So by using the combination formulas also we can find out. But I think this is a better method. Right. See this problem. PS be the median of the triangle. That means, so let us take this is the median PS. We have to find out a equation of a line which is parallel to this two and passing through some point. Understand? So here find out the equation of the median PS. So what about the coordinate of S? So S be the midpoint of QR. Therefore, S is equal to 6 plus 7, 13 by 2, and minus 1 plus 3, 2 by 2. That equal to 13 by 2, 1. So this is midpoint. Now write the median equation. Equation of the median, otherwise by finding the slope and with the help of slope and this point also we can write the equation. Okay, equation of the median PS is equal to, what is the formula? Y minus 2 is equal to Y2 minus Y1, that means 1 minus 2 by 13 by 2 minus 2 into x minus x1. Okay, now come to this one. Y minus 2 is equal to minus 1 into x minus 2 by 13 minus 4, 9 by 2. 9 by 2 is there. So now from this, 9y minus 18 is equal to minus 2x plus 4. From this we can write 2x plus 9y minus 22 equal to 0. This is the median. We have to find out the equation of the line parallel to this and passing through 1 comma minus 1. So let us take this equal to 1. Equation of a line parallel to 1 and passing through 1 comma minus 1 is 2 into x minus 1 plus 9 into y plus 1 equal to 0. From this we can write 2x plus 9y minus 2 plus 9 plus 7 is equal to 0. This is the required equation. Very easy. Okay, see this problem. It is an important problem. A ray of light along the line x plus root 3y equal to root 3. If suppose on the x-axis, suppose this is the x-axis, So here the given equation is x plus root 3y equal to root 3. X plus root 3y equal to root 3. This is the path of the ray of light passing. So the ray of light is coming along this line and reflected on x-axis. This is the position of the reflected ray. We have to find out this equation. A ray of light along x plus root 3y equal to root 3 gets reflection upon x-axis. So equation of reflected ray is dash. We want to find the equation of this line. We know that these two angles are equal. Angle of incident ray is equal to angle of reflected ray. These two are equal, but the directions are different. If it is theta, this is minus theta. If it is theta, this is minus theta, like that. Understand? This is 30, this is minus 30. So now what is the slope of this line? So what is the inclination of this line? See here, from the slope equation 1, the given equation is, this is the equation of incident ray. Slope of 1 is equal to minus 1 by root 3. That is equal to tan of minus 1 by root 3 means obtuse angle. Tan theta equal to minus 1 by root 3. That means tan of 150 degrees. That means this inclination is 150 degrees. So this is 30 degrees. So but we are measuring it in anti-clockwise direction. Now inclination of this also 30 degrees. And passing through intersect point. What about the point? Point of contact with x. So on x-axis y is 0. So from 1, put y is equal to 0. Then what will happen? X is equal to root 3. Now the coordinates are, let us take the intersect point B A, coordinates point B 3 to 3 comma 0. This is the line passing through this point and making 30 degrees. Now the required equation is passing this point having this inclination 30, y minus 0 is equal to tan 30 is the slope into x minus x1. Understand? So y is equal to 1 by root 3 into x minus root 3. Root 3y is equal to x minus root 3. This implies x minus root 3y is equal to root 3. This is the equation of the required line, reflected ray equation. Here just only one point thing is important. One point is important. These two angles are equal but having opposite signs. So with the help of slope we can find out this angle. That means this is the 30 degrees. Here also 30 degrees. We know the inclination of this line. If you know the point, you can write the equation. Okay. See this problem. The x coordinate of the incenter of the triangle that has the coordinates of midpoints of its sides are 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. So this is the position of the origin. Here 1, 0 is the midpoint of one side. The midpoint of its sides are 1, 0 and 0, 1. That means this is the vertex and this is the vertex of the triangle. This is the exact position of the triangle O, A, B. These are the midpoints of the sides. Understand? These are the midpoints of the sides. Now the triangle is like this. We have to find out the x coordinates of the incenter. So here the length of this is equal to, now the coordinates of this point, this is the midpoint 1, 1, 2, 0. This is 0, 2. Now we can write the lengths of these sides. We can write the center of the triangle. If you have vertices and length of the sides, we can find the intercept by using the formula. Otherwise, For this type of diagram, for this type of triangle, let us take this equal to a length A, this equal to B. Now the coordinates of the incenter. Now in case of this incenter equal to AB by root of sum of the sides, that means AB by A plus B plus root of A square plus B square. A plus B plus root of A square plus B square. This is the x coordinate. Y coordinate also same, AB by root of, A plus B plus root of A square plus B square. That means A, B and hypotenuse length. Now tell me, what about the length? Here this is equal to 2 units, this is 2 units. 2 into 2, 4 by 2 plus root of 4 plus 4. This is the x coordinate. Now the x coordinate is 4 by 4 plus root 8. Now that is equal to 2 by 2 plus root 2. This is the x coordinate. So otherwise you can simplify it also. If you take 2 common, 1 by 1 plus 1 by root 2. So here we can write 1 by 1 plus 1 by root 2. This is the x coordinate of the incenter. See this problem? Here a line divides the line segment joining the 2 points are in the ratio 3:2. I have to find out k. Just observe that. Suppose these are the positions of the 2 points. So let us take the first point be A 1, 1 and the second point be B 2, 4. This is the line segment joining 2 points. The one line is dividing the line segment joining these two in the ratio 3:2. Suppose this is the position of the line. You don't know the exact position of the line, but the ratio we know, just we know 3:2. What is the equation of this line? 2x plus y is equal to k. 2x plus y equal to k. Let us take this equal to L. These are x1, y1 and these are x2, y2. This is the ratio. We know the formula for the line dividing the line segment. What is that? Here the ratio in which the line divides the line segment joining x1, y1 and x2, y2 is minus L11 by L22. Here this line is dividing AB, that means the ratio is 3/2, that means minus LA by LB is equal to 3/2. LA means L11. This implies the value of line L at this point, it means. So substitute in this equation, then we will get 2 into 1 plus 1 minus k by, at the second point, 2 into 2 plus 4 minus k is equal to 3/2. So now here 2 plus 1, 3 minus k, minus of 3 minus k by, so here 2 into 2, 4, 4 plus 4, 8 minus k is equal to 3/2. Now this implies minus 3 plus k is equal to by 8 minus k is equal to 3/2. Now from this minus 6 plus 2k is equal to 24 minus 3k. Now 5k is equal to 24 plus 6. 5k is equal to 30. So k is equal to 6. This is the way how to find k value. Here this line dividing line segment join these two, it's some ratio. We have a formula to find the ratio. Just equate the ratio to 3/2. From this we can find out k value, that is k is equal to 6. Right? See this problem. This is an important problem. A line is drawn through the point 1, 2 meets the coordinate x at P and Q. Suppose these are the coordinate axes x and y axis. So these are the intersecting points P and Q. This is the line passing through 1, 2. Suppose this is the point 1, 2. Here this is a triangle OPQ. Okay, here the area of the triangle OPQ is least, then the slope of the line is PQ. What is the slope of the line? PQ. We want to find the slope of the line PQ when the area of OPQ is minimum. At what slope OPQ area is minimum? Okay, now write down the equation of PQ. For this, you need a slope. Let us take slope of this line be m. Let slope of PQ is equal to m. Now equation of PQ is y minus 2 equal to m into x minus 1. Now from this, mx minus y plus 2 minus m is equal to 0. This is the equation of the line. Understand? Now what is the area of this triangle? Here it is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal 0. So now change this into intercept form. So now what is the intercept form? Mx by m minus 2 minus y by m minus 2 is equal to 1. This is the intersect form. Here the x-intercept is m minus 2 by m and y-intercept is 2 minus m. Understand? Here we can write this is equal to m minus 2 by m plus y by 2 minus m. This is the intercept form. Here this is x-intercept and y-intercept. Area of OPQ equal to area of OPQ triangle is equal to half into OP into OQ. This is equal to half into slope m minus 2 by m into 2 minus m. Now here we have to find it m value when the area of this is minimum. Okay, so now try to simplify it. So 1 by 2 m into 2m minus m square minus 4 plus 2m. So 1 by 2m into 4m minus m square minus 4. Just divide by m. Then what will happen? 4 minus m minus 4 by m. Now modulus is there. Here 1 by 2 into 4 minus of m plus 4 by m. If it is minimum, at what value of m it gets minimum value? Mod is there. So that depends upon this one. In case of m positive, it gets minimum value at maximum value of this. Okay, so just take this one, m plus 4 by m. Now arithmetic mean of these two, that means a plus b by 2 is greater than equal to geometry, that means m into 4 by m. These two get cancelled. M plus 4 by m is greater than equal to 4. Here the minimum value of this is 4. So at this value, in case of positive, this is the minimum value. If you take this one, the area is 0. So if m is negative, what will happen? If m is negative, then it will become negative value. In case of that, maximum value. So if m is negative, what is the maximum value? Minus 4. Minus minus plus 4 plus 8 by 2, that is equal to 4. Understand? Here the modulus is there. For positive value point of view, area is 0. But area is something. But positive area, at what slope it is positive. So if you take negative value for m, you will get the maximum value. Understand? Maximum value means minus of maximum value gives total value is minimum. Therefore, so for negative values, m is equal to minus 2. If you take minus 2 for negative value, slope is negative. So this is less than equal to minus 4. Minus 2 minus 2. minus 4 less than equal to, if m is negative, this should be less than equal to, m is negative, m plus 4 by m less than equal to minus 2. In case of this is the maximum value. If you put negative value, maximum value here, you will get minimum value. So now the m value is minus 2, slope of the line is minus 2.